The most angelic zodiac signs. There are zodiac signs whose soul radiates light, and their actions seem to be dictated from above. They are not loud, not ostentatious, but in moments when others turn away, they are the ones who come to the rescue. These people know how to forgive, heal with words, and bring peace even in the most difficult silence. They do not play at kindness. They live it. Today you will find out who the real angelic signs of the zodiac are. Those who came to this world to protect, love, inspire, and raise others as from their knees. There are not many of them, but their strength is in the silence of the heart, in the sincerity of their gaze, and in the purity of their choice. If the topic of spiritual depth and esoteric understanding of human nature is close to you, subscribe. Here we are not just talking about signs, but about souls. Leave in the comments which of your loved ones, in your opinion, was born with an angelic mission. And now, let's begin to reveal those whose energy really resembles wings. The first sign is Taurus. Taurus has a special inner light that does not require demonstration. His angelic essence is manifested in actions, in fortitude, in the ability to create a safe space around himself in which you want to stay forever. He will not impose his kindness, will not demand recognition. He will simply be there when needed, always, without unnecessary words, without conditions, without a show. This is his rare, almost unearthly strength. The representative of this sign knows how to endure where others break down. He does not abandon in difficult moments, does not refuse obligations, does not change his attitude because of his mood. His loyalty is not a declaration, but constancy. He does not leave in moments of weakness, does not manipulate feelings, does not seek benefits. He just stays. And this is what makes his kindness not just valuable, but almost sacred. Taurus is a person who always knows how to warm, not with words, but with deeds. He feels when someone is feeling bad, and even if he is tired, he will find a way to help. He will bring food, move a chair, offer a hand, listen without judgment, and he will never flaunt it. Because for him, caring is not a feat, but a form of existence. He does not consider kindness a special quality. He simply does not know how to be different. His gentleness is not weakness. Incredible strength is hidden behind external calm. Taurus is able to withstand the blows of fate without screaming, without complaints, without drama. He will move forward slowly but surely, maintaining dignity, inner peace, and the ability to support others, even when he himself is wounded. He does not take revenge. He does not take petty offense. He lets go. With honor and silence, he does not look for lofty words. He proves his reliability with deeds. And when someone receives support from him, it feels like a touch of something greater. It's as if there is someone nearby who has ancient knowledge of how to be a person in the midst of chaos. His presence gives stability, his look, understanding, his silence, support. Taurus does not require gratitude. He knows how to rejoice in the fact that he made someone's life easier. His angelic nature is revealed in the details. He will never forget how you drink tea. He will remember what is important to you and will never devalue it. He will not say, "Calm down." He will say, "Let me help." His words will always be simple, but they contain the essence. He knows how to speak honestly and softly at the same time. He does not belittle, does not press, does not shout. He chooses precision that heals. That is why Taurus is often called an earth angel, not because he is impeccable, but because he knows how to be kind without ceasing to be strong. He is not afraid of responsibility, does not get tired of obligations, does not leave when it is hard. He stays. He supports. He gives a sense of security, which is almost impossible to find in the modern world. He creates it, from gestures, from a look, from loyalty, from silence. It is always easier to breathe with him, not because he says the right things, but because he knows how to be, and his to be is the most powerful form of good. Real, stable, rare. Taurus is not the one who throws himself into the embrasure, but the one who will stand behind you and keep your balance until you recover. And he will leave as quietly as he came, without reminding you of his role. The angelic energy of Taurus is not in manifestations, in constancy. He is not a one-time savior, but a strong support. And if someone has received his trust and presence, it means that he has received not just an ally, but a force that can be trusted without fear. Because Taurus will never betray. He can be disappointed, he can leave if he becomes too destructive. But he will never take away what he has given, because he doesn't give temporarily, he gives forever. The second sign of Pisces. Among all the signs of the zodiac, it is Pisces who have an innate ability to give others amistós, emotional support, without asking for anything in return. Their behavior is not demonstrative, not ostentatious. It is a quiet constancy in kindness, responsiveness, and understanding. Their angelic essence is manifested in the ability to feel someone else's pain as if it were their own, and at the same time remain calm, patient, sensitive. This is not theatrical kindness. This is the basic coordinate system on which their entire inner world is built. Representatives of this sign know how to forgive, even if they were deeply hurt. They do not hold a grudge, do not accumulate grievances, do not make scenes. They know how to let go, not out of weakness, but out of strength, because their goal is to maintain harmony and not to prove their case. This feature makes Pisces one of the most psychologically stable signs, despite their softness. Their resilience is not armor, but internal flexibility that allows them to remain kind even in chaos. Pisces are not indifferent to anything living. Their empathy extends not only to people, but also to animals, nature, any manifestations of vulnerability. They notice what others pass by. They see where someone is tired. They feel when a person says one thing, but inside he has something else. They do not bother with advice, they are just there. And often this there is enough to make it easier. The angelic nature of Pisces is also expressed in their ability to inspire. They do not try to teach or instruct, but their behavior becomes an example. They live in their own rhythm. They do not press, do not interfere, do not compare. But at the same time, their choices often become a guide for others. Because it is clear, this is a person who acts out of sincerity, out of a real desire to support, help, understand. Even in difficult situations, Pisces do not lose the ability to care. They will worry about others, even if they themselves are in a crisis. This is not hypocrisy. This is their internal program. They do not know how to think only about themselves. And this is their powerful strength. Their help is not always noticeable. It can be a word at the right moment, a warm look, a short message. But it is these little things, impacts, that change someone's reality, because they are made from the heart. Pisces are often the ones who are the first to notice that something is wrong with you. They will not ask questions or insist, but they will find a way to make it clear that there is a shoulder nearby. And this method always hits the mark. Their presence is like an emotional shield. It does not press, but protects. This is why Pisces is a sign that can be considered truly angelic. Not because of words, not because of actions, but because of the very essence. An essence that does not require recognition, does not depend on gratitude, and does not change under pressure. This is a light veil that does not blink. It just burns. Always. The third sign is Leo. The angelic nature of the Leo sign is not obvious at first glance, because this sign is often associated with strength, leadership, and pride. But it is in these qualities that the deep nobility is hidden, which makes Leos one of the most generous, magnanimous, and sincerely kind representatives of the zodiac. Their help is never for show. They act on a grand scale, but not for praise, but because they cannot do otherwise. When Leo sees that someone nearby is having a hard time, he will not pass by. He will stand in front of another when he needs to protect. He will give the last if he feels that it is important. His generosity is not financial, but spiritual. He is generous with time, strength, support. If necessary, he will spend all his energy to raise another. At the same time, he will not reproach or expect gratitude. He acts because he considers it his duty to be a support, a light, an authority, and he does it without pressure. Leos are very sensitive to injustice. They can flare up, they can loudly express their opinions, but only because they cannot stand pain directed at the defenseless. Their angelic trait is that they take on other people's fights. They are not afraid to stand in the breach. They are not afraid to say out loud what others are afraid to even think. And that is why you feel safe next to them. Leo's emotional generosity is manifested in the ability to inspire. He does not say, "You should." He simply believes in people so much that they begin to believe in themselves. He knows how to light up, not with words, but with his own confidence. Next to him, you want to be better, you want to grow, you want to move forward, because he radiates a strength that does not press, but lifts. This is a rare combination, inner strength and gentleness to those who are nearby. Leo's angelic side is also manifested in the ability to forgive. Despite his pride, he knows how to let go of grievances. Yes, he needs time. Yes, he will not forget. But if he decides that a person deserves a second chance, he will give it. And he will give it completely without hints, without manipulation, without conditions. This is a great quality, to forgive without humiliating, to help without controlling, to give without reproaching. Leo will never remain indifferent to the pain of another. He may seem formidable, strict, but as soon as someone nearby breaks down, another side of him turns on, quiet, patient, caring. He will not waste time on empty things, but if you are truly in trouble, he will be with you until the end. That is why Leos are angels among the strong. Their light is bright, but not blinding. Their protection is strong, but not limiting. Their warmth warms without burning. And it is precisely because of this that they remain signs capable of changing destinies not with magic, but with the strength of character. The fourth sign is Libra. This zodiac sign evokes a feeling of trust in people from the first seconds of interaction. Not because it tries to please, it just radiates calm inner balance and a rare ability to see the essence. Libra is one of the few signs that can sincerely listen without interrupting, and at the same time not demand anything in return. Their angelic nature is manifested not in words, but in actions. When someone finds themselves in a difficult situation, it is the representative of this sign who will be the first to be found to offer help, even if this entails personal inconvenience. Libra does not expect gratitude. It is important for them that the world becomes a little easier to breathe, and they do this without publicity. A feature of Libra is their absolute honesty in emotions. They do not know how to pretend and cannot stand lies, especially in relationships. If a person is dear, Libra will do everything to support, save, understand. But if they encounter rudeness, they will simply move away without creating scandals. This sign has a special gift to extinguish a conflict before it starts. Libras can feel tension, detect it at the level of micro-movements, glances, and silence. That is why people feel calmer, safer, quieter inside when they are around them. They do not save the whole world. They just take someone else's pain and make it easier. Libras will never use someone else's weakness to their advantage. They have a different mental structure. When someone nearby opens up their soul, admits their fears or mistakes, Libras do not judge. They listen, understand, and if necessary, lend a shoulder. This sign can keep secrets like no other. People are intuitively drawn to them because they feel, it is safe here, they will not be betrayed here. Libras can keep silent about important things for years if it will protect someone else. Another feature, Libras do not divide people into convenient and inconvenient. For them, each person is a complex, important story. They can see potential even where others have already given up. And this is not blind faith, but a deep inner knowledge. Everyone can change if given a chance. This is how Libra resembles angels. They know how to believe in a person even when he no longer believes in himself. In everyday life, representatives of the sign are almost invisible. They do not strive to be in the center, do not prove that they are right. But their absence is felt instantly, because it is Libra who creates in space that invisible harmony that makes a house a home, relationships real, and friendship unshakable. Their angelic energy is not radiance or pathos. It is the ability to be there quietly, sincerely, and on time. Libra is a sign whose soul is tuned to the subtle vibrations of goodness. They do not wear masks, do not play roles. They simply are. And this is enough for there to always be more light, trust, and warmth around them. The fifth sign is Aries. The strength of this sign is not in its pressure and stubbornness, as many people think, but in its ability to protect those who are weaker. Aries is one of the most straightforward, honest, and open representatives of the zodiac. His angelic nature is manifested in his actions. He does not think whether it is worth helping. He just helps. Without pauses, without conditions, without contracts. If a friend is in trouble, if a stranger on the street asks for help, if the situation requires a quick response, Aries is already in action. He does not need to know all the details. He just feels where the truth is and takes its side. The angelic essence of Aries is in the fire that he carries. This is not the flame of destruction, but the flame of justice. He can tear to pieces lies, betrayal, deception, but only because he cannot stand injustice. Aries does not know how to be indifferent. His internal system of moral coordinates works like a compass, where he needs to save, where someone is in pain, where he can change the course of events for the better. He can do what no one else would dare to do, not because he wants to stand out, but because he can't pass by. Among all the signs, Aries has the strongest defensive reflex. He is a shield, sometimes even too direct, too sharp in words. But behind this harshness lies a heart that beats for others. He will not allow the weak to be offended, will not tolerate someone suffering because of someone else's greed or meanness. And even if he does not always express sympathy in words, his actions speak louder. Aries knows how to inspire. His presence nearby gives the feeling that everything is possible. He will never say, "Give up." On the contrary, even in the darkest circumstances, he will find a way, lead, pull, push out of pain. His angelic energy is the energy of a warrior of light. He does not soar in the clouds, he acts on the ground, here and now. And if someone was once saved, without even understanding how exactly, most likely Aries took part in it. Aries do not play at being kind. They simply do not know how to be different. Inside them, there is a mechanism that is triggered every time trouble happens nearby. Even if they are tired, even if they were offended, even if they themselves are on the edge, they will still find the strength to help others. Because for them, it is natural. The angelic aspect of Aries is not in meekness, but in strength, in the ability to take a blow, in the ability to be thunder when it is necessary to protect, and lightning when it is necessary to destroy evil. This is a sign that proves it is not necessary to be soft to be kind. Goodness can be different. And for Aries, it is in armor, with a sword in his hands and with a heart that will never betray.